Hello, I'm Mrs. Shauna Adam. I'm a mom, a teacher, and a grandma. Okay, so today we're going to do something really fun, and we are going to practice our measuring. You can use a tape measure that's flexible. You can use, let's see, that's measuring tape. You can use a tape measure that's hard and has those sides that are going to go, ah, your fingers are going to go, ah. If you let it go like this, don't do that, because then you'll slice your finger. Or you can use a ruler. And I like the clear rulers because I can see what I'm measuring. And what we're going to do today is make a puppet. My puppet's got kind of smashed. But you can make a puppet. You can make whatever you want. You can make all kinds of people. You can make whatever. Use your imagination. But you're like, hey, how can you take a toilet paper roll and make it stay set up without falling over? Well, that's what we're going to do. I'm going to show you how to make tabs. And I teach this to my TK students, and they can do it. I tell them, yeah, I had to wait till I was like 45 years old before I learned how to make tabs. And they can do this. So let me show you how. I bet you all have a lot of toilet paper rolls, right? Yep, you all have those little cardboard inserts. So we're going to put them to use. Here's how you're going to do it. Remember, you're going to be doing this on the table. I'm doing it in the air. So when your child's doing this, they're going to be doing it on the table. Don't do it in the air unless you want a challenge. Okay, so now we're going to measure. We're going to measure 1 inch up. So from the bottom up, we're going to measure 1 inch. Remember, if you start at the edge of the ruler, you are going to be off with your measurements. Look for 0. And it should say 0. Ah, there it is, 0. So I'm going to take and I'm going to line this up with 0. And then I'm going to draw up 1 inch. So there I go, 1 inch. And I'm going to do that all now from here. See where the line is? I'm going to take and I'm going to measure all the way around. Well, let's do this. Let's just, yeah. Uh-oh, I already messed up. But that's okay. I can fix this. See where I started? Now I can measure 1 inch up. I can put a dot right like that. And then I turn it. And I'm going to measure up 1 inch. I'm going to put another dot. Turn. There's 1 inch. Turn. Measure 1 inch up. Put a dot where the 1 is. Turn it. Measure it 1 inch up. Put the dot. Because you're going to play connect the dots. Okay, there we go. I have measured all the way around. And I'm going to connect dots. So I'm going to take my pencil. You'll probably use a pencil or a pen. And I'm going to connect the dots together. And it's okay if it's off a little bit. Tell them to use their fingers to hold it on the inside so it makes it a little bit sturdier. And there we go. I have made a circle all the way around. Now, right here where I said, oh, I messed up. Well, that's going to be my starting point where I am going to begin to measure and draw lines to make teeth, tabs. And I'm going to measure over 1/2 inch. Now, 1/2 inch, let's see if I can show you. You're going to have to show them the line that is 1/2 inch. And they can do it. They'll get used to it. You can even use a little bit of a Sharpie marker and draw a line right there. a circle so that they know where to stop. And then you're going to measure up, or over here. That's it. You're going to measure over 1/2 inch. So I line that up with my line and I put a dot, 1/2 inch. Move that line, 1/2 inch line, over to where the 0 is, 1/2 inch. And I'm going to keep doing that all the way around. And I'm holding it using my fingers inside, and that's important because then they have control. Mark 1/2 inch. Mark 1/2 inch. And remember, you're doing this setting down, and I'm trying to show it to you here on video. And I'm going to keep moving 1/2 inch, 1/2 inch, all the way around. Now, might be a little bit more, less than 1/2 inch. Okay, it's okay. We're not machinists. Okay. Now, what you can do next is draw a line going down. So wherever you have those little marks, you're going to draw a line, just like we did here. Draw a line going all the way down to make your teeth or your tab. If you do them too wide, they won't fold up correctly. If you do them too small, and I'm going to show you what happens when you do them too narrow, they can break apart. I tried telling them 1/2 inch, and then by the time after they've done this a couple of times, they're good to go. Students, or I should say my students, know how to make tabs, and they just sit down and start doing this and folding them. They become very quick at this activity without even measuring, because we also do it by using their size of their finger to their knuckle too. That's another way. That's a whole other lesson. Okay, now I have made my lines all the way around. And take the scissors and you tell them cut up to the solid line. Don't go past the solid line, just go up to the line. And you're going to cut your teeth. Oh, right up to the solid line as we go. And this helps show them scissor control and practice cutting straight lines, as well as measuring and recycling all those tubes. So now I have all of these, and you take and you bend them back up to the solid line, and you bend it. Bend them up to the solid line. Oh, there's my little skinny one. And you bend them up. And you tell them to crease and fold it up to the top. Now sometimes they might go all the way up to the top. That's okay, you're practicing. And you know what? After this pandemic and with all those toilet paper packages that were sold, there are plenty of toilet paper tubes probably at home that you can do and recycle. Oh, I need to make this a little bit more. Cut it a little bit more because it's where it was connected, where the tissue roll was pressed. And there you go. Now it's splayed out like a flower, and you can put it on a board and then put Scotch tape all the way around it. And from there, you can create and add and decorate and make it your own. Oh, the way I got the holes in here, I used a hole punch. Yep, just a regular hole punch. Let's see if I have the hole punch here. I do. I used a regular hole punch, and I just stuck it right in here, and I punched a hole in it. So then I can attach more paper, or I can stick a straw in there to make arms. And then at the top you can make a face and tape it on. You can use wrapping paper, you can use the ribbon. It's up to you. Sky's the limit. Have fun. Just remember you have to tape the bottom all the way around. And there you go. Now you know how to make tabs. And practice with measuring and cutting and using your imagination and creativity. You can make a whole puppet family to entertain yourself and amuse everyone else with. Do it. Just try it out. Have fun. See you later, Gators.